what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I would like to apologize for not being here for quite some time, but I've been doing some changes. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but if you go to the description and if you check the name of my YouTube channel, now it has changed. So we are no longer focusing on vlogs and all of that stuff. We are now focusing on building ourselves. So the new YouTube channel name now is
drumroll,
The Journey of Becoming Her. So guys, for you to know more about this channel and what it is going forward, please go to the description and read. Now we are focusing on building women and encouraging young ones, empowering each other and on this journey of becoming our better selves. So without wasting any time, this is my first video on this new channel and I have a visitor. So we are starting things on levels. We are not starting low, we are starting high. So guys, on this YouTube video, welcome to this channel, our first guest on season 1, episode 1.
Season 1!
Yes! Pam, welcome Pam, how are you?
Thanks girl, I'm good, and how are you?
Awesome, I am good. So how do you feel about being my first guest?
I'm so excited, I feel honored. I feel, all the feelings.
Thank you so much for agreeing to be my first guest on my YouTube channel.
Thank you for having me.
So guys, today we are going to be focusing on organizations and stuff. So with Pam, I've invited her because she is a woman in design technology. You know how that goes. So with we know that previously design and technology has been known to be mainly dominated by men. So we are going to be focusing on her as a lady, as a woman, how she got to be a designer and what are the challenges and all the mistakes that she's done, so that if you want to be a designer or if you are interested in being technology, you know that you will be empowered and know what to avoid and what to do. So are you ready, Pam?
Ooh, I'm nervous. But I'm ready, let's do it.
Let's do this. So we're gonna do a 1-minute icebreaker.
Okay.
Yeah, just to loosen our nerves.
Okay.
Okay. So we are going to be starting with an icebreaker. So we will do a simple one. Would you rather? Right.
Okay.
So you're familiar with that?
Yes.
Okay.
So you choose what you'd rather do.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, got it.
So would you rather travel for 1 year outside the country or inside the country? Inside.
And wait, the country? No, the continent, Africa.
No, the country. South Africa.
South Africa.
Like a 1 year, if you had a chance, the money and all, and they like choose whether you want to go outside or stay inside and like explore the country.
I think I'll start inside before going outside.
But you have to choose one for the whole year.
Inside South Africa.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm choosing South Africa. I'm choosing to travel inside. What's the point of going out and I haven't
explored your own country?
Yes. So
okay. That's an interesting answer. Okay, so would you rather buy an iPhone just because it's an iPhone, or buy the best phone in the world? It's an Android, but it's best than than iPhone.
I think I would go for the best in the world. Yeah, depending on also what best in what, like in camera specs.
Yeah. Like its specs, it's better than iPhone's latest.
I would choose Android. Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people love iPhone because it's iPhone.
Yeah.
They don't even check the specs or anything. It's just like, oh, it's iPhone, I'm going for iPhone.
Yeah, no. I'll check the specs and Android girly.
Okay. So, last one, okay?
Ooh, okay.
Would you rather have an intimate wedding? I know that you're married and stuff, but would you rather have an intimate wedding or a very big, luxurious wedding? Intimate.
Definitely intimate.
Where you invite like 50
people that matter, man. People that matter. But you know the tricky part is that now we are YouTubers, and now YouTube is all about the masses and things that are big and so now I just wonder, would intimate cut it? But anyway, intimate is the answer.
Intimate is the answer.
Yes.
So you're an intimate person.
Yes,
okay.
Definitely.
Okay, yeah, so that was the end of our icebreaker. So now we are going to be getting into it, starting the journey of becoming her. So I have some few questions for you. So before we dive in, I'm sure my listeners and my subscribers want to know about you. Who is Pam?
Ooh, hectic. Pam, wow, okay. I am Pamela. I was born in Cape Town. I am the only child. I did have a brother, but he passed away when I was 3 years old.
Oh, that's sad.
So yeah, I grew up, so I was the only child, and I grew up with my mom and my uncles, and I was the princess of the house, man.
You're the only child, the benefit.
I was the princess, guys. I had the support system of my mom. One would walk me in the morning to the train station, one would fetch me, one was responsible for, that's that's home. And then I went to school, primary school in Zonderblom Girls in Woodstock.
Okay.
And then after primary, I went to high school in Group Seminary.
Okay.
Seminary girls, so I've always been with the girls. Always been.
Girls.
And yeah, I think in Group Seminary, that's where I discovered my love for the arts and my creativity. And yeah, Pam, what else? Who am I, guys?
So what do you aspire in life? Like, what is it that you want in life? What is it that motivates you in life?
Ooh, what is it that motivates me in life?
Yes.
Wow, I've never thought of it. What motivates me in life? I think the people around me, definitely. Yeah, man, I just have like a good circle, a good support system of friends, of family, and the people around me really keep me going.
Keep you going. So you are like a people-oriented person.
Very much, very much. All relationships matter. Family relationships, friends, colleagues, every relationship matters. And I believe that people step into your stage, not to sound preachy, but people step into your stage for a reason.
Yes, yes.
A purpose. So yeah, man, every relationship.
Those it's for a season anyway.
Oh, you're saying some relationships?
Yeah, are seasonal. They're not there for M.
But even the seasonal ones, you would be surprised that
they're for reason.
Yeah, like everything happens. Anyway, I don't want to sound
Okay, so now we know who Pam is, so let's get more into the point of this video, the career guidance. So when did you know you've already mentioned actually that you knew from high school that you want to be into the creative side. So like when did you really start pursuing that? Did you like on first year start studying that, and what is it that you studied?
Okay, so as I said, at Group Seminary Girls is where I discovered my love for arts and creativity, because I got the highest marks with art. Okay. and my teacher was really she really like believed in me. I was those type of students who would artists use a paintbrush. Yes. I would use a stick or make a painting out of polishi or material. And my teacher was like, "Oh, who are you? Who is this girl?
A groundbreaker.
Who is this girl?" And she just loved my work, and I was like, "Okay, wow, probably there's something here." And then I went home and I told my mom, I think I want to be a fashion designer. My mama was like, "Hey, Upambel, you're gonna make clothes. Why?" And then she started listing the reasons. She's like, you have the sinuses, you can't deal with the material, like how much are you gonna earn, like in Donle? Like my mom was just like, no.
Is it one of those black parents things?
You know,
you won't make money.
Hey, I was like fashion designer, yeah, in Donle. Come on, like be a doctor or something. Yeah. And then then we let it to bed, we didn't talk about it again. And then the matric results came. And I actually did well, in all my subjects, but obviously art being the best. Yeah. And my mom was like, "Hi, Galo, you can't do fashion design with these marks.
You qualify for anything."
Yeah, my mom was like, "You qualify for anything." And then Nama was a good daughter, and I went to a UWC and I studied psychology.
Okay.
Yo, ndaporeka. Wow, guys. Ndaporeka. God, like I was just like waking up every day to it. Oh my God, I hated it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I hated it. I think I studied for like 6 months. I went home and I was like, Mama, I'm sorry. This is not me.
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, Libora. Like in high school, when like my bags were full of books and studying subjects I don't like I felt oppressed in high school. Go again, I'm feeling the same oppression.
And it's your whole career.
Yeah,
you're gonna guide your whole life.
Exactly. I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do this. My mom was like, okay. And then people came to my school and like those career day, career advice. But there were people from AAA. School of Advertising, who came, and then I remembered that, and I was like, Mama, I think I want to do advertising. So it's still creative. I'm still a graphic designer. I'm not a fashion designer, but it's another form of design. And then I was like, yeah, Mama, I want to go to AAA, and my mom was like, oh, Pamela again, because like fees are like 85,000. My mom was like,
like, where's the money gonna come from, child?
And Mama was like, yes, Hannah, actually, Yanni, where's the money gonna come from? But then I wanted it, and there was just something in me that said, this is the path for you. And after that, I applied to get a AAA. AAA, when you enter, you need to submit a portfolio, basically. So they ask you, so the portfolio, am I saying too much?
No, you continue talking.
Oh, okay, please stop me because I do tend to ramble. So, a AAA, that form, you need to write, so it's a portfolio, you need to talk about your favorite ad on TV or wherever, and why you like that ad, motivate why you like that ad. And the ad that you don't like, what are the things that you would improve? So it's like a written piece. And then they asked us as well to draw something. I can't remember what I had to draw. So it was the drawing, but anyway, I submitted my portfolio at AAA. Bearing in mind, even a portfolio to submit it, the submission or whatever, it was 1 point. Like even that was expensive, but I wanted it. And then I got accepted at AAA, and then I had to write another test. I had to go in and but like there's a lot of tests.
So the entry is quite restricting.
Very, because they want to know that you understand the design principle. Because it's one thing to be creative and also be able to conceptualize. Because most people are creative, but they can't think conceptually. So at AAA, they want that both conceptual thinking, because it's not about just drawing pretty pictures. That pretty picture needs to have a reason, basically.
It needs to speak.
It needs to speak. So that's what they want to understand before they accept you. I got accepted to AAA, and then I studied at AAA with Abelungu. With Rich can stay. Constantia and Gemna, we're not, we survived. And especially my mom was a single parent at the time, and financially we were just not coping. And then I went to AAA, guys, and I see people driving. Like people my age, they have cars. And at that time I used a train. To school. People, guys, and then firstly that was shocking. It was like a culture shock about they have cars, some of them have apartments already, the phones they have, and I didn't have that. And then also it was a culture shock, man. The whole experience of AAA. Even in like simple things where we have to work in a team, like it's group work, and we would discuss or brainstorm in a restaurant,
and it's where you have to buy food,
and it's not like KFC or Spur. Like it's not that, like we're going to eat places that I don't know about, and I don't have the money and I don't know the menu. Like it was just it was difficult, but
you soldiered through.
I soldiered through because I knew what I wanted, and I was like, I can't waste my mother's money. So what had happened was, so at AAA, basically you pay for fees, you have to have a Mac, number one. Mac, I didn't have a Mac then.
You see, that is the challenge about designing.
So I had to have a Mac. We need to buy stationery, like stationery, guys. If you see designers carrying those big bags, that stuff, those things are expensive.
Yeah.
To the sketchbook, to that actual bag, to the markers that you have to use. Like our stationery toolbox kit was 2.0, you know.
Yeah.
Like that's how expensive it was, and so it was difficult. It was difficult, but I wanted it, and I went to school. Okay, so I'm going to school. My fees are not paid yet, but I was going to school. But how I managed to pay my fees was I got bursaries.
Okay, that's good.
And even those bursaries, guys, hey, Tammy, those bursaries, I was just like, I was going on Google and search agencies, and I would write that with my broken English. Hey, guys, I'm writing to them, hi, this is Pamela. I'm a designer who oozes with creativity. That was my line, oozes with creativity. However, I'm not able to pay my fees. Can you help me? Guys, do you know I even messaged Dukaya and Janga? I messaged, I don't know on Facebook, guys, I messaged everyone, companies, people, to help me pay for my school fees because I wanted it, but I wanted to study, but I didn't have the money. Then really, guys, like really, God came through, companies came through. For my first year, I didn't get any bursary because they want to see your marks, your performance.
Oh, yes.
So first year, I didn't get, but second year, I think a company called Exhibit paid for my school fees. And then the third year, a company, I think it was the Jupiter Drawing Room, but now it's a company that paid for my fees, so that helped.
Yeah.
Those companies helped. Bearing in mind, first year I haven't paid yet.
Yeah.
First year I haven't paid. I only paid first year after working. Imagine.
Yup.
Anyway. So yeah, AAA was difficult in that sense, and especially because it's like you're entering a different world, you know, because in advertising, so for example, they would give us briefs of like, advertise a dog parlor. And I'm like, what the hell is a dog parlor? Why would you take your dog to a, like, you know, like,
yeah, I get it.
Because I've never been to a parlor, in Tony parlor. So I used to struggle in that sense because I would get briefs. I would get briefs and I'm like,
you don't even know what that is first. So how are you gonna idealize?
How do I come up with an idea of something that I don't? So this was me every time when I get a brief, I must first Google, what is it? And like, what is this? And so it was very difficult because how do you come up with ideas with? How do you come up with ideas with a life that you don't know or something that you don't have first-hand experience of? So, yeah, those were one of the challenges. That I had studying at AAA. I felt misunderstood a lot.
Also, so it was a white-dominated institution.
Yes.
And what about like was it also like white males mostly, or was it mixed?
It was actually mixed. I would lie. It was mixed.
Okay.
It was. Yeah.
So guys, we've had some of the challenges about entering into a design school. First of all, they are very expensive. The fees, the resources that you're using, and also we've heard about intercultural as well, or interracial challenges as well, because the people you're working with are from different cultures or races as well. So so you see, Pam overcame that. So if you want to be a designer, you can also overcome that. And especially now, I feel like we're evolving. It's not like back in the days where like it used to just be like rigid. I feel like now, like even more white people are getting to understand our cultures. They are open to understanding our cultures and understanding our backgrounds as well, and also understanding that we are not the same. No matter how much we try, but we are not the same well. So it's not a deal breaker. And there are companies now. I feel like now there are more companies that are actually seeing the potential in design and are willing to like fund people that want to do, because it is the future. Hey, design and technology is the future. Even with AI has nothing on designers. Okay, it has nothing. It has nothing. So if you want to be a designer, don't let those challenges stop you, because if Pam did it, you can do it.
And
okay, no, you can go. You can do that.
Sorry, Tabby. Oh my God. Sorry.
Yeah, you can go on.
No, I was just saying. Just to add, I know that I've mentioned the difficulties only, but it's the difficulties that made me study harder.
Yeah.
You know, it's the difficulties that made me sacrifice more.
Yes.
And it doesn't mean that it's not because it's difficult, it's not possible.
Yes.
Yeah, because I didn't have a Mac, but the school had a Mac. So there were nights I would sleep at school. 2 days.
Sacrifice.
Yeah, sacrifice. 2 days I'm not going home and I'll be at school working.
And when you're at school, you don't have time for Netflix, you don't have time for Showmax. You are at school, so you're respecting the school properties, which also like encourages you to work more. And to put more work and more time on your craft.
Yeah. And I had a decision. I was faced with a decision, Tabby. Do I look at what I don't have, or do I look at what I have and how I can utilize it to best further me?
Powerful. Did you guys hear that? Do you look at what you don't have, or do you look at what you have and look at how you can utilize it? Powerful.
So that's what I had to do. Literally, I was like, okay, Pam, you don't have what these kids have, but there is something that you have. You are creative.
Yes.
You're a hard worker. Look at all the things you have and utilize them. And I think that's how I grew. And also making people understand your situation. I know maybe the masses won't agree with telling people what you're going through. Because I used to tell my classmates, I'm like, guys, I don't have the money.
Being vocal.
Yeah, like communicate upfront. And there were projects where you had to design a book, and I'll tell the lecturer, I don't have the money to print this book. Because printing a book is what, 1,000 rand?
Yeah, especially those design, because they want specific pages,
exactly.
Specific papers, it has to be this material. I'm just like,
exactly.
I think I chose the right course, because I wouldn't survive it. That is, there's so many things that you have to do, and so many things that you have to pay for.
It's a lot. It's a lot. So I needed to communicate with my lecturers. Okay, maybe I'm going to submit a digital book or change my idea to a digital idea as opposed to a printed one. So it was communicating what I do not have. But and also it depends the person who's receiving it.
Yes.
Because some people, yes, there are people who understand and they're like, okay, Pam, let's work around it. But there are lecturers who are like,
make a plan.
Borrow a friend.
Yeah.
One lecturer said that to me one day, and she was like, borrow a friend. And I'm like, if I borrow from a friend, how am I going to repay them?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So you get people who support you along the way, and people who don't. But the most important thing is that vocalize it.
Yeah. As long as at the end of the day you can say, I did try to do something. You cannot just suffer in silence and say, I didn't do anything. So you can I'm suffering, but I did try. So I know that I've done all I could. You just didn't sit down and not do anything. And also you need to be comfortable. Just because it's easy for some people to vocalize doesn't mean it's gonna be easy for everyone. You need to be comfortable, be in a space where you're ready to vocalize and do so as well, and read the room.
No, definitely
read the room.
And in you vocalizing it, you're not saying I'm unable to do this. You say this is my situation, this is what I was thinking, and you're working towards a solution. I think some people miss that when you communicate that I don't have money and I don't have means. It's not for people to pity you, it's to work around.
Yes. And also it doesn't mean that the other person is accountable for your own lack or anything. Like they don't have to, they're just being generous by helping out and stuff like that. So we shouldn't have certain expectations when we're going to other people. So Pam, obviously you are good. And obviously when you went out of AAA, you were confident and stuff like that, and you went to a job and stuff, you found a job and stuff. So how has that been, getting into the workplace and actually facing real life challenges? Like, what are those challenges that you face as a designer, and how did you actually overcome them?
So I graduated at AAA. And I did well, guys, disclaimer. So
yes.
I did well. Again, Tabby, people are not going to hand you izinto. You need to be active in getting what you want. I graduated and I went again on Google, and I was advertising agencies or places where I can actually work. I messaged everybody. I emailed everybody. And Yani, I found a company. They were like, oh, actually, we have a graduate program. So we came to, come for an interview, and really I went to the interview, and then really I got the job.
Yeah.
When I got there, your question was, what were the challenges, right?
Yes, like, at graduate school, I know that there are challenges and stuff, but you get comfortable. You get to a point where everything is not easy, but it's kind of like an easy road. But you get to a job and there's like real life challenges. Now there is a real advertisement that is like has to go out. Like you have to give a real design, not just like a mock up or anything. Like
the real, and it goes to a real client.
Yes, it goes to a real client who's paying for that thing. So like, what are the challenges that are there? Like living up to those expectations and stuff as a designer.
It was difficult. It was so difficult. I don't want to lie. Number one, again, the difference in environment. First of all, so I've mentioned that I've been to girls' schools all my life.
Yes.
So now I'm working with men. Oh booty. Oh booty. And that was intimidating a little bit, because I'm just like, I don't know, like I think every woman has that. I don't know where you feel, what is it? Where you feel intimidated. I don't know if I had it because I went to an all-girls school and now I'm surrounded by men and I don't know how to deal with it. But okay, firstly, it was just the difference in environment. Secondly, it was the pressure. The pressure.
The due dates.
Designers work, so companies charge clients per hour, basically. And maybe, for example, when you were given 2 hours for the job and you are just not getting it done. You need to get files from the server. Sometimes you don't know like how and the server works, and things take forever to export out of the server. That's a whole 30 minutes gone. Yeah. And then for design, like it's deadlines were difficult because of that. Like you need to understand the brand, because remember, you can't just create a design without understanding who this brand is, what are their colors. So
and understanding the brief as well.
Understanding the brief, that alone takes time. And then now it's time for you to design. And also, people have a right to say your design works or doesn't work. So many times, like your boss will be like, okay, come try harder. And you're like, what?
This is my harder.
Like, what? Which harder now?
Like this is it. This is it.
So that was difficult, like pressure, because you'll be given a certain amount of time, and when are you thinking it's your best, but the next person doesn't think.
But does that like impact on how you end up feeling like you're not good enough? So how do you overcome that?
Look, if there are designers watching, they know every day a designer is battling with self-esteem issues.
And confidence.
I can proudly say vouch for designers every day, because designers is the word subjective. So you have a right, you have your own opinion.
Yes.
To talk about my design. Normia has their opinion. I might think it's all great, but the next person might not think it's great.
Or the So how do you deal with that as a designer? Like, because you're saying that it's something that all designers deal with. Like, even if some people, it might not be every day, but it happens constantly. Like, I know designers that battle with that actually. So how would you advise the designers that are watching this video to like deal with that? Because it's inevitable. It's gonna happen, because not everyone is gonna like your style or whatever you're doing. So like, how do you go to bed and say, you know what, that design was not good, but I am good. Like, how do you overcome
that? In the
that?
beginning, I don't want to lie, I used to cry a lot. I had a lot of toilet breaks, bathroom breaks. I used to cry a lot. I used to talk to God a lot, because I always felt like I'm not good enough. Every time I felt like my ideas were being bombed or my designs were being bombed, I used to cry a lot, until I learned to separate my talent to what is required.
Okay.
Because like the colors the client is, they're not your colors. The CI, so CI is basically the Bible of the brand, basically. So the fonts that they use, the colors they use. You know. So for me, that's how I
You overcame.
That's how I overcame. I separated it that. And it's not a direct attack on you, Pam.
Yes.
Yes, you
are the one who designed
this.
Yeah.
But when your creative director says it's not working, as a person, you're not working. The design is not working.
Yeah.
Well, so and it's just the nature of the job, guys. Every day, as a designer. Yeah, it's very rare for your work to be signed off the first time.
The first time, yes.
So
that's how designers end up with final. Okay, for real now, final. If you go to a designer's laptop and you check their designs, I'm telling you, if you don't find final, that person is not a designer. Final 1, final 2.
It's never ending. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And it's not about you.
So you heard that, guys. You need to separate your talent with the brief.
Exactly.
Yeah, so like it's not you, it's not your personality, but the personality of the company that you are working for, or the one that you receive the brief from. So like it's not a personal attack. So for those who are struggling with self-esteem issues due to like the comments that you receive from people, it's not a personal attack. It's literally the job and how the job needs to be. So brace yourself. You're good. You are good. You are there because you are good. Okay. So
yeah. I think another struggle was setting boundaries, right? Because advertising and the pressure, and work comes in and work goes out. That's just how it is. Work comes in, a brief comes in, you design, next job, like it. And it's very easy for you to burn out because of that. Yes. And remember, already as designers, we struggle.
Yes.
With that self-doubt. So you're forever wanting to prove yourself. And especially me, because I was fresh from college. So I was like, I want them to like me. I want them to... And it can result to overworking yourself. And then you don't set boundaries and communicate. I'm not able to do this task because I'm busy with this task. So because you're fresh from college, you don't say that. And you just take on and take on and take on until you actually burn out. I think I've recently now, even me, like I've been in advertising for so long, but I've recently learned it now, how important it is to set boundaries and say, guys, I cannot do this.
Yeah, it's not personal.
So I think those were the most 3 difficulties.
Okay, so the environment, saying no, and also like having to differentiate between your talent and the work that you're doing. So guys, you need to be vocal about your feelings as well. Like talk to your bosses. Like don't be scared. Don't be scared. Like I always tell this to people, especially when we're receiving new interns at the office and stuff. They always ask me, what is it that you would like to tell people? And I always tell them that don't be scared to say something, because also some people, especially bosses or managers, when they give you work and you keep on accepting, they don't know that you are struggling. But if you actually say to them, I don't know how to do this and stuff, then they will be able to they'll be able to be willing to help you and stuff. But if you don't say anything, they're expecting the best from you because you're not vocal about it being hard, you not understanding, or you not being able to deliver. You know what I'm saying? But if you're vocal about your feelings, you're vocal and honest to your bosses and stuff, don't be scared. It helps us grow. Remember, you're at your workplace not to stay stagnant but also grow. And how can you grow if you're not vocal about your struggles and stuff like that? So what is like one thing that you would say to someone who's in high school right now who wants to be a designer, or rather to someone who is a designer but struggling to fit in? You get what I'm saying?
Fit into who?
To their world, design world. Like they are struggling to, for example, you mentioned the struggles like communication, being able to accept that your work doesn't like really define your personality and stuff like that. Some people cannot pass that stage of accepting. So what would you say to that person?
Girl, you have to pass that stage. Girl, yeah, man. Like I just feel like you have to. Like this is life in Tabi. This is just like it's life. I think the most important thing is remember like I think if you answer the why, why am I here, why did I become a designer in the first place, if you answer the why, that will help you stay in any circumstance anyway.
Yeah.
Because you know why you were there.
Okay.
So for me, how I coped with it is I prayed a lot. I spoke to God a lot, and I reminded myself of the why. In those emails, I said to those companies, I am a designer who oozes with creativity.
You're lying.
That's what I said. And now I have to stand. Now that line is tested.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm under pressure, I'm still the designer who oozes with creativity.
Yes.
When my work gets bombed and they're like, no, this is terrible, I'm a designer who oozes
with
creativity.
That's
so when you
powerful.
carry your why, when you carry your reason, nothing will stand. You will never stay stagnant.
I almost said amen. Amen.
And it is a Sunday. It is a Sunday. So amen. So yeah, like I would really, like, if I were to advise, just remember your why. Know why you do, and your why will carry you.
So also, like, we know that especially back in the rural areas, let me say where I'm from, design is not really a career path that is being encouraged. You know, like you think design, you think not only graphic design but fashion design as well. And you're like, what are you doing? What is that? Like, so what would you say to someone? You say you overcame that with your mother as well and stuff. And we do understand that back in the days it was not seen as something that is like. So now there is someone in high school watching this video right now and want to become a designer, but there is those things that are pulling that person away. You know, like what do you say to them? Like, what would you say to them actually?
The pride you get when you see your advert on TV.
Oh,
the pride you get, guys.
When you see your work showcased.
When you walk next to a billboard that you designed. Then you know what? Then you show them. Because now, you know, when I see my ad playing on TV, I call my mom and I'm like, Mama,
oh yeah,
do you know
oh yeah, Ivana.
Mama,
wait, what are you waste of time on TV?
So I feel like it will take time to educate our parents, but also they will see it. Because my mom sees it now, and when I get a briefing, I'm like, oh Mama, I'm working on this, and this is, you will see it on TV soon.
Yeah.
And when I call her and I'm like, Mama, Nanzo, and then she sees it. So it's the pride you get when you see it, and it will take time, guys. These adverts that you see on TV are designed by people.
Yes.
They storyboarded, this is storyboard. How do I explain it?
No, but I think they know
what it is. They sketched and storyboarded by people. The billboards that we pass every day, that we see on the road, are designed by people.
And they're probably not even the first idea. So if your first idea get denied and stuff, it doesn't mean denial, ne? Delay is not denial. So if your idea is delayed and stuff like that, don't think to yourself, oh wow, hi, it's over with me. Because I'm sure that billboard we see on the street was not even the first idea.
Girl.
It was Final 10.
By the time actually I see it with billboard, it was approved go version 10. Version 1, version 2, version 3, version 4, version...
Up until 9, they were declined.
By the time you see it, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is where we landed.
But you're proud of yourself for that.
No, definitely. So, yeah, man, you will convince your parents, they will see.
They will see. I think you should just, when you just get them to trust you, I know what I want, and I really want to go in there. So, what would you say, because the most reason that we see out there of not going into design, especially for females and for African people, it's like, there's no money. So is there money? You don't even need to say how much or what, like, is there money?
There is money and there is opportunities.
Awesome.
I will not lie. There is opportunities.
So that should not even be an excuse.
There is opportunities. Like I said, guys, now I finished college. And then I got into a job, and then I got into another job. Like I didn't struggle. I know. Like I hear people saying, "Oh, I'm struggling, unemployment." Guys,
design is the fish.
I don't want to lie to you. I stayed unemployed.
Yeah.
I didn't.
So you had.
That's the nice thing about it.
There's money.
It doesn't need to be for a company. You can always freelance and do it for people. So like your hands are never tied as a designer, because
I actually love that.
You can always design logos for people. Like there's always money coming in.
Yeah.
So
Nice. So you heard, guys, the most important part is money.
Depends what you say money is.
There's money. Okay, guys, so that was it. You heard about design, you heard about going to school of design, the challenges and also the good parts about it. You heard about getting into the job, the challenges and also the good parts about it. You heard also the benefits, there's money. Anyway.
And also, Tami, like you said, black females,
yes,
there's actually a need for it now because we're not a lot.
Okay. Yeah, because I know that it's filled with like white people, and also if it's black people, then it's like males.
Yes, they need our female voices. Black female voices are needed in the industry because our clients are not only white clients.
Yes.
Or, clients are vast. There's
diverse.
There's a lot of diversity. So you need different voices, different opinions, different experiences, and that's why it's important that us as black females we take the seat because now we have something to add.
Yes. Yeah. And now we live in times where our voices are heard.
Yes.
Like they're actually needed.
Yes.
So don't sit down with your voice, child. Don't sit down with your voice. So is there anything else you would like to add on top of that? Or you say your piece?
I don't know what I would add, but yeah, I would highly recommend design. If you were to ask, I highly recommend it. Simply because it's not stuck to an office or a corporate job. You can literally do anything with design. You can be your own boss. Yeah, man, design highly recommended.
And also, all companies need designers.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So if you're questioning if they are really jobs or if Pam is telling the truth, all companies, public, private, hospitals, every organization needs a designer. So get into the space.
Yes.
Let's take up the space.
Yes.
Young females.
Yes.
Let's do this.
Your voice matters.
Your voice matters. So let's not limit ourselves. Design is not for white people. Design is not for males only. Design is for everyone who wants to be a designer.
Yes.
So yeah, I will leave it at that. So is there anything you would like to say, like not in design, but in general to like support or just to like add value to someone?
I think, yeah, man, if you want something, get it.
Okay.
If you want something, get it. If God has placed it in your heart, He will provide it for you. He will provide people and opportunities for you. Get it. Go Google, guys. You find everything. Make use of email, like email companies. Reach out to people, and yeah, I think that's my 2 cents.
I'm taking advice myself. Anyway, I hope you guys loved this conversation that I had with Pam. And also she does have a YouTube channel as well where she focuses on games, vlogging and
interviews.
Sharing stories of people who've been in situations back in the days or now, whatever. I don't want to get out of the description, but anyway, you should check out her YouTube channel.
Please, it's called I'm La Pams.
Yeah. Why am I always wanting to say amen? Anyway,
you have a lot of amens.
I have a lot of amens. Anyway, you should check out her YouTube channel. It's very educational. It's very fun when you want to have fun, and yeah, she's showing you places around Cape Town as well if you want to know Cape Town. Okay guys, so we have reached the end of this interview. I hope you guys learned a lot, and I hope you're going to see more designers being empowered by this video specifically. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining. Please do follow me on Instagram, and please do send ideas if you would like me to touch on a specific subject or a specific to interview a specific person who I can reach. Please do suggest those things in the comment sections as well. And yeah,
thank you for having me, Tami.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you
for being here. Thank you guys. See you next time. Bye.